Hello, hi, you're welcome back. I am back. This is our next time, and this time around, like I promised, we're going to look at the types of noun. Can you recall that in our previous class we discussed what a noun is? We said a noun is a naming word. The words used to name a person, an animal, a place, or a thing is called noun. We took examples. Were you able to identify the nouns in those sentences? If you could do that, I'm going to roll a clap for you. Roll, clap. That's the way we do it. Now, we're going to take types of noun. Types of noun. Types of noun. This topic indicates that there are different types of noun, and this class is also going to benefit Basic 1 pupils because this is also part of what they do. I am going to teach you about 6 types of noun. We are going to learn about 6 basic types of noun. How many basic types of noun? Very good. 6 basic types of noun. And at the end of this class, I'm going to show you an acronym that once you remember that acronym and what each one of the letters stands for, you can say the 6 types of noun. Now, the first type of noun that I'm going to teach you about is countable noun. I will show you the word countable. Countable. You can screenshot this page so that you can get the spelling of countable. Countable nouns. As the name implies, countable nouns are those nouns that we can count. You know how we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, those nouns that you can count, they're what we call countable nouns. Fine. You can state how many persons there are in your class. So you can count persons. You can count boys. You can count girls. 5 boys, 3 girls. You can count chairs. You can count tables. Can you think of other things you can count? Very good. Any noun that you can count is among this type of noun that we call countable nouns. The second type of noun is the opposite of countable nouns, and we have uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns. Since it is the opposite, it means nouns that we cannot count. Those things that we cannot count. When we start counting them, ages will go and we can't count them. Can you think of an example? Try. Something we cannot count. Very good. You may remember, think of water. Can we count water? No, you cannot count water. Can you count sand? No, you cannot count sand. Can you count grains of rice? Rice? No. Think of other things that you cannot count, and those are the examples of uncountable nouns. Now, the third type of noun that I'm going to teach you is proper noun. That's the spelling. Proper nouns. Proper nouns. Proper nouns are personal names. Personal names. Names that cannot be shared by 2 things. Like your own name, your personal name. My name is Mrs. Patrick. Once you talk about Mrs. Patrick in Prudence Scholars Academy, everybody knows you are talking about me. And that is an example of proper noun. A personal naming word. A word that names persons. So we say proper nouns are personal names. Proper nouns are personal names. Example, Chioma, Nkechi, and so on and so forth. Any word you use and it names a personal person or a personal thing, it names a particular person rather, or a particular thing, that is what we mean by proper noun. Now, the opposite of proper noun is common noun. That is the 4th type of noun. Common noun. Common noun. Common nouns are group names. Common nouns are group names. They names groups. So it's not only one person that bears them. For example, boy. When you say boy, Do you mean a particular boy? No. Boy can be you. It can be your brother. It can be your cousin. Girl. Girl can be you. It can be your sister. It can be your cousin. It can be your niece. Woman. Woman can be Mrs. Patrick, can be Mrs. Bright, can be Mrs. Okere, can be Mrs. Sonia. They are all women. Man. Man can be your father, can be your uncle, can be your grandfather. These are group names. Common nouns are group names. The fifth type of noun is abstract noun. Abstract noun. Now, an abstract noun is a name of something that you cannot see or touch, but you can feel it. An abstract noun is a noun that you cannot see or touch, but you can feel them. They exist. For example, sadness. Can you see sadness? No. But you know that sadness exists. You can feel that someone is sad. When someone frowns his or her face, no, that person is sad. Happiness. Happiness exists, but you cannot see it or touch it, but you feel happiness. You also feel love. So some examples of abstract nouns are sadness, happiness, love, and so on. And the last type of noun, the sixth one, is concrete noun. That's the opposite of abstract noun now. Nouns that you can see and touch. You can see them, you can touch them, you can feel them. You have examples of concrete nouns. A table, a chair, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can touch it once you see it. That's a concrete noun. So, countable noun, nouns that we can count. Uncountable nouns, nouns that we cannot count. Proper noun, personal nouns or personal names. Common nouns, group names. Abstract nouns, nouns that we cannot see or touch but can feel them. And concrete nouns, nouns that we can see, touch, and feel. Now, what's that acronym that I was talking about? That's CUPCAC. 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 Types of nouns, CUPCAC. The first C stands for countable noun. The second one, uncountable noun. The first C stands for countable noun. U stands for uncountable noun. P stands for proper noun. The second C stands for concrete noun. The A stands for abstract noun, while the last C stands for common noun. Countable noun, uncountable noun, proper noun, common noun. This one is common noun, the opposite of proper noun. Common noun, abstract noun, concrete noun. Countable noun, uncountable noun, proper noun, common noun, abstract noun, and concrete noun. Please rehearse this and get acquainted with it. It's really going to help you. In our next class, we are going to look at another part of speech, and I hope to meet you or see you then.